Hi guys. So about a month ago, I was teaching something, and a student asked me if I had any sort of supplementary videos for them to study. And at the time, I didn't have anything because I'd kind of drawn this from other sources, and none of which was freely available. But when I was cleaning up my phone after vacation, I found a recording of me teaching the same system from about 2, 3 months before. So uh, here's part of that class. If you enjoy this video, please by all means subscribe, throw a like on it. If you want to see something else from me or have any questions about it, leave a comment. And if there's enough engagement, I will do more of this kind of stuff. Hope you enjoy. So now we're going to talk about cycling that defensive structuring or defending against more heel hook attempts or a straight ankle. Okay. So I've gone through this process here, right? And I protected this way. I'm over top. I don't want him getting over top of my hips. Like I said, I want my knee pointing the same direction as his hips. Essentially, I want the back of my knee in the pocket, right? This foot's back because I don't want him to control it. If he does start like really digging for my heel hook, for my heel there, I'm gonna push on him and clear my foot here. Two things you can do. You can put it right on top, right? And then I'm gonna turn and drop between his hips, right? That's if he's really digging. This is where I want to end up, this like 90-10 position. You can walk this foot across here, right? Okay. The other option, if we've gone through this, we'll spin around so you guys can see, right? And I pointed this way, and however he's isolated, he's going for that straight ankle. Like sometimes, depending on how they're isolating, they have to maybe sit up a little further, right? Because I'm staying tight here, right? He's up. I'm just going to cross my feet here. Go ahead, slide back to the end. You can't get enough on it because I'm blocking his shoulder coming back. And then it's just a matter of finding the ability to pull my foot out, right? I don't want to hang out here now. I want to drop my hip and keep my foot up like this. My knee's out of trouble. It's out of his hip line. And if he sits up into me, he's running into my foot, right? Look where my hips are now. They're on the side of his knee, right? Which gives me the ability to really crank this inside heel hook again. And this way again. Like it's hard to do. Come around this way, right? My knee's inside, right? He doesn't have any control over it. This foot's fine. This foot goes across. He definitely doesn't have any control of this. I can just loop up here, and there's my heel hook, right? So again, one more time. I'll get Drew to go through it this time. He's defending. He's taking defensive posturing, right? I try to dig his heel out. He can use this free foot just to push, pull this foot. You can either go on top of my shoulder or right into my chest, but eventually what he wants to do, drop it into the knee, drop it past my hips, protect his knee. Now he's on the side. He can put this across. I can't run. It's hard for me to point my heel, right? And all he's going to do is work in, and that's it, right? Okay. If I'm going for a straight ankle here, he's pointed up here. I'll start high, and if he lets me get back, I will break his foot because he's actually putting his foot in a position that's bad for this. But if he crosses his feet here, right? I'm a big strong guy. I might be able to cause some discomfort. I'm sure that doesn't feel great, but it's hard for me to get on the end of his foot and straighten out the foot for the ankle lock, right? And all he's got to do, he can either use his toes, his heel, whatever he needs, to slip the foot out. And same thing, he can just put this right in my chest, drop his knee in, and now he's turned this into something that's advantageous for him. Because as soon as he kind of gets his hands looped up, I'm in shit. And I have nothing to attack his legs with because his knee is out and I don't have control of the top leg. Does that make sense? Right? So if we're in this defensive posturing and he's attacking the heel hook, I use my other leg to free that foot. Okay? If it's up here, he can't heel hook it. I do have to be aware of him coming over top for the knee bar, right? But as I make room with my hips, I can drop, right? Okay. If I don't get it on top of his shoulder because I got short, stubby little legs, I'll just keep it in his throat, I'm not kicking him in the throat, but I'm just keeping him away. And as I drop, I keep that foot sort of in the sternum. Right? Same thing here as if he's going for the straight ankle. Right? I gotta just block so he can't get low on my ankle. Right? Don't get me wrong, this isn't gonna feel great on my Achilles. Right? If he starts arching in here, it still doesn't feel great, but he's not gonna break my foot off. If he gets my foot straight and deep into his armpit, then yeah, it's coming with him. It's weird. It's a weird little block here, right? And the more he starts to like really apply and it's real high, right, I'm gonna have more opportunity to do that. Get it out of there. Right? Same kind of thing, just a different approach. This foot, turn. Make sense? Okay, so we're cycling that defensive posturing, dropping into this 90-10 as we defend those two leg locks. Okay, we'll spend the last 15 minutes just playing with that. Do your entry, whatever the one you want, mix it up, defend, and then cycle into a offensive posturing. Good. All right, 1, 2, let's go, guys.